Hi, hello. This time we are going to show how can we use a sailor's rose knot This is a sailor's rose knot, this one here in the middle. So this one white is a rose. This is called a rose, one of the several roses. There are many roses. So the rose is a single strand in the middle. So this is single, 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 and makes a small middle that it is called a rose. And in here we have a macrame work. So this is square knot, square knot, square knot, square knot. I've made it in different line colors, so you can see that this is, you see it, here it is. So in these two ropes we can add another rope. If it is the same color, it will be invisible, and we can make a fabric from here, a round fabric. So I'm going to close the camera to undo this, and I will come back just now. So here we are. I have taken out all the square knots. Now I'm going to pull up the central part of our rose. So this center part of the rose is one work. You can see it here. If you see it like this, it is all perfect. If you see anyone that is dissonant from the others, that does not make the same circuit, it is because it is mistaked. And this is very easy to do mistakes in these works. This is the most difficult works to do aboard a ship, is the rose knotting, proper rose knotting. Now rose knotting is a structure of two works. This is the base work. In this case is a Matthew Walker, but usually people use a double wall. So it's under one, the movement with all is under one and then doubled. And then in top you do over one, but you can do also over two, over three, and each way will give a different rose. So I'm going to undo it and I will come back. So here we are. So this is the Matthew Walker. This one is exactly the same movement as this one, exactly as this one, exactly as this one, exactly as this one. That's why it is perfect. If it is a double wall, there are several ways of doing it, 3 or 4, I don't know, but they all stay without being equal. There is always a gap between 2 or 3, 2, I believe it's 2, it have a gap to the other movement. So this one is the most perfect of all. That's why I use it. Now about the rose, I'm going to undo this. About the rose knot itself, I'm going to stop the camera. Alright, here we are. So I have 4 ropes. I've taped them provisorily. So I have put a plastic tape, packing tape. So in the old days, this was a lead rope. So you know those ropes that are very easy with the twisted form and appearance. And these will be the strands. So in here I have only, this is a senet, artificial machine senet. So I have 4 senets, I've taped them, and I'm going to do the rows. First, the base. So this one under, so I'm going to pass under with all. This one under, you see this one, it goes under the next. So you see it here, this one, the next is this, so we pass it under. Ignore this one because this one does not count, it is already worked. What does count? Does count is the next in the center. So this one, the next one is this one, and I'm going to pass it under. The other ones that are worked, they don't matter. This is why this work is confusing, because we say under, and then sometimes it seems that it is not under 1, it seems that it is under 2, but it is not. So there is a lot of confusion in these things. Now I'm going to do the Matthew Walker. So now this one is the next. We pass it over this one. It's a tape. So this one we pass it over this one and under the next. Now the same with all. This is all the same with all. This one over this one and under this one. So here it is. This one the same. So I'm going to pass over this one and under that one. To make the base is not difficult. And here there is no problem, usually. So this one over this one and under this one. So we have the base made. We have to pull it. Now don't pull it much here, because we are going to pass all these ropes down parallel to these ones. And that is what makes the rose. The rose is the art of passing these 4 strands down with an artistic effect. So I have not pulled it much, and we must see if it is okay. So this one comes here and passes under this one, and this one straight. This one goes, passes under this one, and this one straight. This one the same, under this and this straight. This goes under this and this straight. So they are all the same. If they are all the same, they are okay. If there is one that it is different, it is a mistake. So now we should here open it. That's why I told you not to close it too much, because we are going to pass these under. This art of passing these rope ends to this under part is what makes the art of the rose. So over 1, over 1, over 1, and now over 1. Now in here, take a good look of the paradoxes. I say over 1, but it seems that it is over this one. No, this one is worked, does not count. Just imagine it is not here. So this one is over this one. Why? Because it is the next. Take a good look. This one is here and this one is the next. And this one has to pass over that one. But because this one is already in here, it seems that it is over 2, but actually it is not over 2. It is over 1. It is just this one over this one. Now in here, if you put it, it seems under, right? So I say over 1, and in fact it is under 1. No, it's not under 1. It is really under this part, but this part does not count. What counts is this part. Why? Because it is the standing part. The standing part is near the center, and it is all in sequence. It's the fundamental part. These parts here are the working hands. They do not count for making these designations. Okay? So the nomenclature is always in relation to the standing part of the rope, is the near the center, and always the next in sequence. So do not make confusion in this part. Now I'm going to show you one already made, because this part is really difficult. That's right, this is what makes the rose difficult. We have to pass it down in a circle. So you see, this one goes over this one. This one goes actually over this one, and then over this one that it is already worked. And then it passes under this one, and goes there. Take a good look. And here is under himself. So this one, take a good look, and it's itself. So it's his own part, and after all this circuit, it has to pass under himself. Now this makes a confusion. If you see these all the same with this design, it is alright. If it is not with this design, it will not be alright. And in here is where people do mistakes. Even I do mistakes, you know. That's right. I have 20 years of making rose knots, and I still do mistakes. So if you do a mistake here, don't worry. It's normal. If you don't do a mistake, it's even suspicious, you know. You have to say, wow, wait a second. So let's go. Don't have much time. So as I said, this one comes from here, and I'm going to pass it under himself, so it is here. I have to open with the feed, you see? So I'm passing under himself. Do not take it out immediately, just bring it back and pass it like this. And now don't pull this, alright? If we take it out, we will make confusion. It's better to leave it like that. Now we work the other one. The other one is the same. We have to come up and we have to pass. Remember, now we have here one. This is difficult. We have to pass over this one and to himself. In here is the part where people do really mistake. Is these ones that we are putting here. They are very confusing. So take a good look. Now we have to come up. Which one is it? Is this one. But we have to put it on this side of this one and on this side of this one. So this one and goes there. Here it is. But make sure that we pass it also over this one and over this one. If we don't pass it, it will not stay in the middle. Alright, don't pull it already. So now it's the last one. So the last one is the same thing, is this one. If we pass it here, it is already wrong. Why? It is passing under his own place. You see, this is the place it comes, but we have to pass it on this side because we need the center. So you see, it's a small detail. That's why I've made some mistakes on other videos, because I didn't make this. I didn't pass this one to that side. Now I hope now we can take it out from here. Take a good look. You see it goes out. Oh, it's the same. My goodness. You see, we are taking all them out of them places. Here I'm going to take this out. I see it is already all right. Why? Because you see these, they curl all to the center, and the center is here. You see it is a perfect spiral. Now don't pull it all in one stroke, you know. You have to pull it slowly by slowly, so they can accommodate themselves to their own places without coming out of place. And here we have already our rose. Now here is just a question of how much we want it pulled. Sometimes well pulled is alright, sometimes little pulled is alright, sometimes more pulled is alright. This is all alright, depends on what we want to do. But of course, first they must be all the same. Then open the center so you can see it. If you see it all right, they are probably all right. This seems perfect, and I don't think it is needed to pull more. If we pull more, actually it can destroy the appearance of the rose. The rose needs a certain, it has to show, you know. So in here we have to be extremely careful. Alright, I think it is okay. Now take a good look to the side, make sure you see everything in place. What is everything in place? This one comes here, this one comes up, this one comes down. This one comes here, this one comes up, this one comes from down. This one here, this one here, this one here. Alright, it is all right. So if it is alright, it is alright. Let's take out the provisory tape. Take it with no fear, because this will never go out. And now we are going to divide it into 4. It's a good idea to have like this. So this one, or this one. Make sure you find a structure that it is coherent and the same. Well, not that it is extremely important, but aha, you see it here now? Now it's perfect. I think it's more perfect. This one comes to this side, this one comes to this side, this one comes parallel, this parallel, and this in the middle. So you see it, these ones two are in the middle, these 4s are outside, and these ones are also like this. So I think this is perfect. Here all we have to do is to make a macrame square knot, and that is how we can do. Now I have here a very long points, because you know that I have to recycle rope, so this is completely insane. Now these knots, they are very bad, because around these knots actually a mess, a huge mess can make, and we will never get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I was pulling on the other side, on the wrong side. Unbelievable. It was so easy, so near. All right. So here we have it. So here we have the first square knot for making a macrame fabric. Now we can do a row to the up and to the down like this. I'm going only to do just another one, or we can do the work that you saw in round. So I'm going to stay like this because I'm going to undo it. Do just another one just to stay beautiful. Alright, this time was better. I have another video that I'm going to show you next to this, because I've made some huge mistakes in these rows. Could not do it for 3 times. It was unbelievable. And why I'm going to show you is because when we see macrame in the web, we see only the perfect videos, you know. Usually the perfect videos are on show, on display, but that is not real life. When you go to do it yourself, you will do a lot of mistakes. In the beginning, as in more experienced days, mistakes are easy to do, especially in this rose work. It's really easy. And if you see only the perfect things, you might think, oh, this is not for me. They do that so easily, and I am here days. Believe me, in the beginning, I was days to make the first rows. Days. Day after day after day, and I could not do it. And that is very sad, but actually, it's the real world. It will happen to anyone, unless you have a really good explicit video. So if you see this video was all right. Now please see the other one where there is the mistakes, and with the mistakes you will learn much more than with this. So you see it in the back and in here. 7 minutes. I'm going to undo this to stop the camera. This is beautiful, you know. you can do something like this. This is very handsome, right? Can do a lot of works with these rose sailor's knot on the macrame knots that are also sailor's knots. So sailor's knotting and sailor's rose knotting and sailor's diamond rose knotting and sailor's diamond knotting are all part of rope work that macrame needs to know, you know, to do really amazing works. Take a good look at these. So perfect, so beautiful, so provocative, right? Okay. Hi, so here we are. So what we do now, we add ropes and we make square knots. I use these with other colors so you can understand completely, but if you use the same color, they will stay invisible. And they will stay, you will stay with a rose knot in the middle of a macrame fabric, a round macrame fabric, and that is extremely important. You see, the first one is already on. Now we go to the other one. 5 minutes. All right, this is good. I think this is good. I've made everything I did want to show you. All right, and so we are here in the beginning. So I'm going to undo this and close the machine. All right, so here we are. I've undone these square knots and now I'm going to add this as the other ones. And as you can see, this will make a real perfect work. Oh my goodness. So here we are heading again. So that's why I have made these with 4 ropes. Usually roses are made with 3, but they can be made with 4 or even with 6. For keychains, for instance, it is good to have it with 6 because it will stay more beautiful. And here we have it. This one is like this. So here we are in the beginning. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you can use roses. I hope you can invent and develop your own roses, because roses, there are many ways of doing roses. And once you understand how this will work, you can do a collection of amazing roses. And roses actually for macrame, they are very appropriate. And they're not so difficult as it seems. Of course, they are confusing. Yes, we can make mistakes. Yes, but they are not difficult. And if you do it and you are an expert in roses, your life as a macrame artist will be bright, because the rose knotting and rose knots are the best knotting in the world. And if you can combine, if you can make them match, the rose knotting, the diamond rose knotting, and the macrame fabric and works and designs, you will be unstoppable. Now I'm going to show you, because I have 3 minutes, I'm going to show you this one, just to close it, just for us to see it, because this one is a more stiff rope, and so it shows better. You know that the rope, if it is soft, it will conceal the work. If it is extremely hard, it will make it strange. And if it is in the middle term, that will be perfect. Now, as you can see here, this is not perfect. Perhaps because I didn't pull it well. Now it's perfect. You see, this is important. These parts, they have all to match and to stay equal. If there is something that is not equal, either or it is mistaken or it is badly pulled. In the process of pulling, these things, they can get out of place. And it seems that it was just what happened here. Now that's unfortunate. But it is not mistaken. So actually this is important also. So if you see something that it is not really perfect, don't come to the conclusion that it is all wrong. Probably it is not wrong, but it is not well pulled. Now you see this one. 1 minute. Yes, it's perfect. This one comes in the same angle. This one comes in the same angle. This one comes in the same angle. And this will come in the same angle. So it is perfect. And from the side, it is all the same. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yes, it's perfect. And this one is under this under this under this under this. They are all perfect. So that's it. I have this here, so I cannot undo it. Thank you so much for watching. Really, thank you. It was a great pleasure to be here with you and to share and show my knowledge of rose knots. Don't forget to see my videos in Portuguese spoken. They were made some 20 years more 10 ago. And although they are in Portuguese, but you can see how to do variations of rose knotting very easily. You don't need the explanations. You just need to see and look. Thank you so much. Hope to find you well. The COVID thing is still around, so we have to stay at home. This is perfect. Thank you.